This one for my baby. Music movements, Ranjeev again. नहीं ये हो नहीं सकता कि तेरी याद ना आए, बिना तेरे कहीं भी दिल मेरा चैन ना पाए। तुझे भूलने से पहले मेरी जान चली जाए, तुझे भूलने से पहले मेरी जान चली जाए। नहीं ये हो नहीं सकता कि तेरी याद ना आए, बिना तेरे कहीं भी दिल मेरा चैन ना पाए। तुझे भूलने से पहले मेरी जान चली जाए, तुझे भूलने से पहले मेरी जान चली जाए। हो मेरी जान चली जाए, हो मेरी जान चली जाए, हो मेरी जान चली जाए, हो मेरी जान चली जाए। You to the moon and back. No mama guy think, girl, this is a party. Till get to a spot, you is the one with my heart. Everything nice, everything sweet, long as you're right here next to me. Everything nice, everything sweet, girl, you is the one for me. अगर मुझ पे यकीन ना हो, मुझे तुम आज़मा लेना। मैं तुमसे प्यार करता हूँ, जहाँ चाहे बुला लेना। तोड़ूंगा ना ये वादे वफा, वादे वफा। मैं आशिक हूँ, दीवाना हूँ, कोई क्या मुझको समझाए। नहीं ये हो नहीं सकता कि तेरी याद ना आए, तुझे भूलने से पहले मेरी जान चली जाए, तुझे भूलने से पहले मेरी जान चली जाए। नहीं ये हो नहीं सकता कि तेरी याद ना आए, बिना तेरे कहीं भी दिल मेरा चैन ना पाए। तुझे भूलने से पहले मेरी जान चली जाए, तुझे भूलने से पहले मेरी जान चली जाए। हो मेरी जान चली जाए, हो मेरी जान चली जाए, हो मेरी जान चली जाए, हो मेरी जान चली जाए। I love you to the moon and back. No mama guy think, girl, this is a party. Till get to a spot, you is the one with my heart. Everything nice, everything sweet, long as you're right here next to me. Everything nice, everything sweet, girl, you is the one for me.
If you want to know what a man is like, take a good look at how he treats his inferiors, not his equal. J.K. Rowling. This is Get Real with Shameeza, and I'm your hostess, Shameeza Ali. Good evening to everyone joining us on Facebook, YouTube, and on Island Zone Radio. Tonight, we will have a discussion on current issues in Guyana with the Guyanese Critic. We will speak to Ranjeev Ramdeen, and for the first time, we will speak to Chavez. We have two giveaways tonight. Our first giveaway is compliments of Bidesi Caribbean food specialist, serving our community for over 40 years. It's a holiday box filled with goodies to make every meal a little sweeter during the holidays. And here is your chance to win that box. Last week, I spoke to Joey Ramatar. Name two of his relatives that he mentioned on the show. Again, last week we spoke to Joey Ramatar. Name two of his relatives that he mentioned on the show. Our second giveaway is compliments of Mantra Lounge, Flamingo Restaurant. It's a ticket to Soca Parang Legends on Wednesday, November 22nd. And here's your chance. Last week we spoke to Adrian Dutchin. What is the name of the song he collaborated with Vicati and Tony? Again, last week we spoke to Adrian Dutchin. What is the name of the song he collaborated on with Vicati and Tony? We will be back after this messages.
Hibiscus has been a flagship restaurant in our community for a very long time. Come dine with us and enjoy our excellent food, drinks and service at any one of our many locations. We are located on 12418 101 Avenue and 22113 Jamaica Avenue. Hibiscus at Elliott's on the Mile in Freeport is one of our newest locations, along with 12402 Rockaway Boulevard. In Guyana at 91 Middle Street, Georgetown. Bring your family and friends and come visit us soon.
Kaichu Restaurant has been serving our community for over 25 years. We offer an enticing selection of West Indian traditional dishes along with a fully stocked bar. Bring your family and friends to our newly renovated dining room to celebrate your special occasion or event with us. We do catering and we also deliver. Kaichu has 2 locations to choose from. Support our community and eat local.
If there's one place that makes hair removal a pleasant experience, it's the Sugar Bar NYC. Specializing in the art of body sugaring, utilizing a sugar gel for the most gentle, organic hair removal. Our method of hair removal is all natural. The paste is just sugar, lemon, and water. We also have specialized in acne, scarring and hyperpigmentation treatments. We provide sugaring services, waxing services, and laser hair removal services. We also provide body contouring services, Botox and fillers. Flamingo Restaurant and Mantra Lounge. We are NYC's premier Caribbean restaurant and lounge, specializing in authentic West Indian, Chinese and Caribbean cuisine. Open every day for lunch and late nights. For delivery, find us on Uber Eats, Grubhub, Seamless and DoorDash. Visit our rooftop lounge upstairs on the weekends for a fun-filled night. We cater and take bookings for private events. Find us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Flamingo Mantra. Our address is 120-06 Rockaway Boulevard, telephone 7188351000.
He's outspoken and he's not afraid to speak his mind. Please welcome the Guyanese Critic. All right, guys, we are awaiting his arrival, but in the meantime, as we await his arrival, I want to know how everyone's doing. Good evening to Ash, Fadia, Ash, Nad, Kay Watson, good evening to you. And to everyone joining us, Devi Prasad, thank you so much for being here this evening. I do want to take this opportunity to remind you guys, on Friday, we're having a day of prayers out in front of Sibyl's. Please come out, support. And if for any reason you cannot be there, please go ahead and observe a day of fasting, meditation, or whatever way you find peace in your life. Please go ahead and, find a way that day to bring peace to your life. And I mean, every day we should be finding peace in our life, but it's one day that we just want to observe it as a community together. All right. And as we await the arrival of Mr. Critic, uh, do you guys have any questions for me? If you guys have questions, please put it in the comments and I'll try my best to answer your questions. I also want to wish all of our Hindu brothers and sisters that will be observing Diwali this weekend a very joyous season and a day of prayers and goodness. Thank you, Simon Naidu. What are the giveaways again? The giveaways are our holiday box, and we have a ticket for Mantras Parang. So if you missed that, please take a look at the beginning of the show where we mentioned how you can win those prizes. Thank you, Robert. Robert says that Diwali symbolizes the victory of light over darkness and is celebrated for 5 days. That is correct. And I think now more than ever in this world, we need to be celebrating Diwali for probably more than 5 days because there's so much darkness that has surrounded us all around the world, and we need peace. We need light in our lives. Nat is asking, what is my facial routine? Nat, it's funny that you asked that question, but I'm not I'm not a big on anything particular. I use like some of the simplest facial treatments, but I what I have is consistency. So I have one face wash that I've been using now for several years that works for me. I will definitely share it with you guys. If you'd like me to, I can share it with you guys. And for my moisturizer, I make sure I moisturize. I make sure that I'm using a serum. Since I turned 40, I take really good care of my skin and, you know, my face especially. But I also make sure that what's going into my body is very, very important. So, you know, in terms of my skin, I make sure that, you know, I'm taking my apple cider vinegar. I'm very consistent with that. Lemon juice daily. We're very, very consistent with those things. All right. Dr. Tara Singh says, Happy Diwali to you and all. Same to you and your family. Um, Give me just a moment, guys. In the meantime, as we wait for the Guyanese critic, we'll bring Ranjeev in. Ranjeev has some information that he would like to share with everyone. Hey,
Hey, what's up?
how are you? Welcome.
I am doing well. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome to all your to all your viewers as well. It's such a pleasure to be on this show once again. You know, it's always a good time to come and spend time with you. You know, we don't see each other very often, and when we do, it's usually like this or at an event. So it's nice to come on your platform and just kind of you know, talk to your viewers, talk to you, and you know, just vibe with you a little bit. How's everything with you?
Everything is good with me. I'm a little bit under the weather right now, but listen, this show goes on. We have to get
I
it
hear
done.
you.
You know, Wednesdays is Wednesdays. We know what's
Of
happening on
course.
Wednesdays, and so I just have to do what I have to do, right? Now, speaking of skincare routine, Ranjiv, do you have a skincare routine? Because you're looking flawless too.
Let me tell you something. I just get yelled at all of the time because I don't moisturize. You know, I don't do this, but my barber takes very good care of my face. Like when I get a haircut, it's always like a hot towel. It's always like this very minty kind of cream. I don't know. It's like eucalyptus. So I don't know what he has. He has some kind of like mixture that he puts a hot towel on my face, and then and I usually feel very, very my face feels very, very clean. My hair gets very, very soft, so it's easier for him to shave. So it's like a whole process. I don't ask him because maybe it's his little family secret or something. I don't know, but he is
That
Dominican. He is
is that
Dominican, so
once a
yeah.
month or twice a month that happens?
That happens actually once a week.
Once a week. So you get a
Yeah.
haircut once a week.
Yes, I usually get a haircut once a week because of the busy schedule and with the events and things like that. Sometimes if you catch me outside looking like a scruff monkey, it's because I just didn't get time to get a haircut. But usually it's once a week. I try to keep it at once a week because events come up, and I do a lot of private events, so I always have to look presentable.
Yeah. I see Savi says that she loves your new song.
Oh, thank you so much, Savi. Thank you
I
to
truly feel
Ashina as well.
it was beautifully
Thank you.
done.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I actually had so much fun. Um, it's one of those songs that are very special to me for a couple of reasons, which I'll share with you. But yeah, it was fun shooting the video. It's always a task for me because I am not good in front of cameras. I feel like I'm not good in front of cameras, so it's very awkward. It's a very awkward moment for me at all times in front of a camera, even now sitting here, right, in the comfort of my home. um so yeah, I mean, it's fun. I had a good time doing it. The music is a vibe.
Yeah.
um
I see
and
Fadia says that she's leaving her girl and she's coming to your barber. You're gonna make
yes,
that
yes.
barber really, really famous right now.
Yes, he speaks this much English, so good luck.
Oh.
I have to use Google Translate to tell him to talk to him usually most of the time. He's Dominican. What do you want me to do?
Yes.
Thank you, Maria.
Um,
How are you? Hope all is well.
yes. So guys, I think we're ready to go. We're
Is
ready to go,
he?
guys. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Guyanese critic.
Hey,
There you are. Good evening to you. How are you?
hey, Miss Ali. I'm fine. Thanks for having me. How are
My
you guys doing?
pleasure. It's been a while. It's been a while. We haven't had a chance to catch up for a while, and I'm happy that you are giving us some time this evening to be here. Now, I know from last time you were here, you have lost a lot of weight, and we're on the topic of, uh care, skincare and that type of stuff. Can you tell us a little bit about what you have done to actually lose the weight? And, do you have, when you look back at the journey, right? Like, what was your biggest challenge through all of it?
Um, what must I say? What was my biggest challenge? I actually, just understanding a bit of um, background as to how I process information. I didn't have much of a challenge. I just decided. I always knew that when the time was right, because I wasn't living much of a healthy life. But in recent times, as a result of hard work and dedication to what I do, I have been very fortunate to be successful in the realm of my business. And after attaining wealth, there's certain changes, transformations that happen in your life. So you could decide if you want to go all gun ho and partying and be with everybody. And that has been something I've been doing all of my life. Or you could decide you want to live a longer, healthier life, and you just basically don't want to have to spend money on
Right.
your health. And so it wasn't much of a big choice. It just having more time, I looked at myself and thought of, how do I want to be seen? How do I want to look? When people say the Guyanese critic, do I want to be looking like a Teletubby? Do I want to be the fat man? Fat man critic. And no, I want people to see me for the beast I am, how I see myself. Coming up as a young man and lying with my friends, they used to call me Attila the Hun because I
Oh,
was fearless and yes, um, you know, I was express barbaric tendencies, just rough and rugged. So
Right.
when I look at myself, I'm thinking, how do I want to be seen? So I just made a decision, a conscious decision, and a decision I hope, anybody who listening to this would make, because you have lots of people that are out there that are procrastinating on what's right for them. Sad to say, procrastinating on what's right for them. And that is because we have now become part of a confused society. Like somebody's telling a fat girl, oh, she's beautiful, but you're fat. The truth is you're fat. You're a fatty, you're lazy. That is the truth. If you're not willing to accept the truth, that is where the real problem lies. Because let's say if you were to have 300 pounds today, and people call you and tell you you're a fatty, aren't you a fatty? And you feel insulted.
Right.
You feel violated. You feel somebody has trampled on your right. But you make an informed decision to head in the direction of being healthy, and you go in 1 month to 299 pounds, and somebody calls you a fatty next month. You'll not feel the same way, because you knew that you made an effort to become better, and you're 1 pound closer to becoming better, right?
Right.
So a lot of times people, oh, I feel bad about this. No, you're a fact. Oink, oink. You are what you seem to be. The problem is you ain't accepting it. So in my case, I'm looking at myself, huge tummy, feeling lazy, sluggish. And I'm thinking, you are becoming like a pig. You understand? You want to be considered to be successful. You want to be seen successful. But what are you going to be labeled as? A successful pig? And I just made an informed decision and decide you got to make and do whatever is needed to head in the right direction for your health, for the people around you. Don't you want to look pleasing? Everybody wants to look.
Right.
But don't you want to look pleasing? What are you emulating? Teletubby?
Good.
So it wasn't much of a decision for me because of how I think. But a lot of people have to make, conjure up that effort to head in that direction. But on my morning programs, I talk about it. I talk about what I do and how I get it done. So, and the intention is to bring some form of motivation to those who don't have it.
Well said. Beautifully said. Do you have any intentions to continue this weight loss journey? Do you have more weight that you want to lose, or that's it? You're comfortable where you're at right now?
Well, I'm not. I got 20 pounds more to achieve. I got 20 pounds of fat on average, 15 to 20 pounds of fat to lose to get where I want to be. So I'm not on a weight loss program.
Okay.
I am on a program to attain a better, healthier
Healthier
way of living.
lifestyle.
So there's no rush, there's no time period. I'm on a fat loss and living healthier.
Right.
So I've changed the way I eat. I attend the gym in the morning, and most mornings I rest one day. I'm making changes to that as needed. What I eat is very important. I do breakfast at about 11 in the morning, 11, 12 o'clock, and might do dinner sometimes. High protein diet. I try to make sure I eat foods that give me the required amount of nutrients that my body need. So this is a lifestyle for me now, because
Good.
fixed, when I wake up in the morning, I don't have any breakfast. I don't drink any coffee. I feel highly energized. I just go black and I start with my nuts or different things, and that's about it. It's not. It's just a process of living healthier.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us. I believe health is wealth, and I'm happy to see that you've taken the initiative to make changes for a better you. And it was truly inspiring to watch you on your journey, losing the weight and getting healthy and fit. So, thank you for sharing that with us. I believe we lost him there for a second. Ranjeev, as he comes
Yeah,
back in, how
it's quite
about you? You
amazing.
you maintain a healthy weight as well. Do you have a
Um,
routine?
so I try to as much as I can. I am a vegetarian, and I've been a vegetarian for the last, a lot of years. Let me just leave it like that.
Hmm.
And it's just something that I've always kind of like wanted to do, was like to maintain, like you saying, to maintain a well healthy diet. Being a vegetarian, it's always harder to get those high protein diets, but um or high protein foods, but with the nuts and different things that you could combine, you could attain
Yes.
that, high fiber and all of that. So I mean, he looks amazing. I must say,
Yeah.
Critic, you look amazing, and you sound amazing, you
Thank you.
sound healthier. So it's a pleasure to meet you, by the way, sir. My name is Ranjeev, and I live here in New York. I'm actually a recording artist, I'm a singer as well, and I do a ton of other things, but mainly most of the viewers know me for singing. I've been to your beautiful country. My wife is from your country, and I've been to your country 17 times, and every time has been amazing. So, yeah, I am Trinidadian by birth, by the way. So,
Nice to have made your acquaintance, Ranjeev, and
likewise.
welcome to Guyana anytime. You know, we're a very hospitable people. Um, Not necessarily me. I might be more hostile, but Guyanese in general are a very hospitable people, and yeah,
Yes,
we're
yes,
very
I agree
facilitating and
100%.
accommodating. And Trinidadians have been, for the most part, our brothers and
Yes,
sisters. So yes, nice to meet you.
Now
likewise.
I do want to touch a little bit on, or there is a current issue that's affecting Guyanese, and it's the Guyana Venezuela conflict for ownership that's been going on for years now. But recently, it has taken a turn for the worse, where Venezuelans have been flooding the shores of Guyana seeking residence and a place to call home. How do you feel about this incident? And like, what do you think we can do differently? Because I know right now we have the PPP and the PNC government, they've come together to find a solution for the problem. Uh, what do you think about it? And what do you think we can do differently?
Shameeza, firstly, just to make sure your viewers understand the context of where we are, uh, Venezuelans are not flooding the shores of Guyana at this time. Um, it is the perception, and I see how you would be fed such misinformation because you're overseas and you're working with videos and the information that you're getting. So within the last um, month, uh, surrounding this incident, or incidents that would suggest that Venezuelans are flooding the shores of Guyana, they would have had the most 1,000 Venezuelans come to Guyana, maybe 1,000, 2,000 on average. The statistics show that. Immigration would tell you that. Funny enough, presently we have 60 to 80,000, somewhere in the vicinity of 60 to 80,000 Venezuelans in Guyana. And this is not the Venezuelans that have been coming since the 80s, from long time back. This is recent years since Venezuela has been facing hardships, and their citizens have been looking for refuge in all the neighboring countries. I just came back from Venezuela, Brazil, as a matter of fact, this weekend. And in the city center of Bovista, there are Venezuelans on the streets. Groups of Venezuelans on the streets have nowhere to go in the city center, right? So Venezuelans have been coming here in recent years in large numbers, larger than the regular visits. They're immigrants. They're facing hardships in their country and they're coming here. In the last month, there has been a direct correlation between the Venezuelan government's attitude and their ramping up of their aggression against Guyana, and the fact that people are now recording and videoing Venezuelans coming with boats like they normally come and posting it up. So people, it's somehow been magnified to a different level. So Venezuela may come in all the time, and this is just how they come. But people see the need and to focus and magnify the situation because Venezuela said that they are going to annex Essequibo.
Yes.
And Venezuelans are coming. But Venezuelans have been coming all the time. That being said, one has to take care of one's sovereignty, a country, right? We're a sovereign nation. We've had this dispute with Venezuela from the beginning of time, Memorial Guyana, the inception of the creation of Guyana. And so this has been around for quite some time. It is presently being addressed by the International Court, and is in Guyana's favor, because it's clear that Essequibo belongs to Guyana. It's been disputed, but Essequibo belongs to Guyana. It's we own, as Dave Martin sang, not a blade of grass.
Yes.
Now, when countries have elections, Venezuela is going through a lot of hardships as we speak. Again, their citizens are going anywhere and everywhere where they can find relief. They're suffering, they're sick, there's blackouts, there's real hardships in Venezuela. Funny enough, it is a case whereas years ago, under a different administration in Guyana, PNC reign, Guyanese left in their droves because they were experiencing what Venezuelans are experiencing today, hardships and suffering. They left this country and they went to Suriname, they went to Trinidad, they went to Barbados, and thousands of them went to Venezuela. Right?
Yeah.
So this isn't anything new across the world. I could only imagine the Palestinians today are fighting to go anywhere they can go because terror is being rained down upon them in their homeland. Right?
Yes.
So this isn't anything new, but we have to look at it. It has engaged the government's attention. The government and the opposition of our country are united on the fight to repel. They stand united against Venezuelans' aggression against Guyana, and the government is reaching out to the international community. As you know, we're a very peaceful people, Guyanese, and the honest truth is we do not have the capacity to instigate or initiate or facilitate a war. We do not have against Venezuela. We do not have that capacity. So the government and the opposition have come together, and they're doing all that they can to ensure that peace reigns in this region. It is a worrying fact. Videos have been shown. A lot of misinformation have been placed in the media. But I can tell you at this time, the issues are being addressed the best way that they can by the relevant authorities.
Thank you for that update, and I'm happy that you were able to clarify that, because there's a lot of misconception. As you can see, us foreigners are, again, we've seen the videos of people on the shores of Guyana, and we've been fed the wrong information. So thank you for that.
Not
Really good.
wrong in its totality. You're seeing people on the shores.
Right.
Those are Venezuelans, and they recently came. But there are also videos where thousands of people are seen are crossing a river, and that is not Guyana and Venezuela, right? So
Right.
there is a bit of mix-up in information. But I'm saying the videos that now have been magnified of Venezuelans landing on our shores, they've been landing on our shores all the time. It's just that there's a correlation between Venezuelan government aggression and Venezuelans coming together, and people thinking, oh God, like we're being invaded, and rightfully so. But like, if you explain to the people, they would not have that fear, because when did the 60 to 80,000 Venezuelans that are here now, when did they come?
Right.
It's just you didn't notice when they were coming all the time. You're now noticing because of the situation that we have, the international fallout that we have.
Moving on to another topic that I see of importance. I believe the incident was yesterday. I'm not sure, but the video started circulating last night, where there is a young child that was left at the side of a roadway by allegedly his mom. And you can hear a woman in the video saying, and it's alleged that's his grandmother, and the two of them was arguing, and the mom was telling the child to sit there, and the grandmother was supposedly telling the child to go back with the person on the motorcycle. And it was very frustrating for the child. He was very confused. I also saw a follow-up video where later that day, like in the morning, he was still sitting at the side of the road. I know we spoke earlier about it, and you said that you'll look into it a little bit, and hopefully you have an update for us in regards to that incident.
Shameeza, let me tell you, I found it difficult to look at that video. It's an emotional thing for me, because I looked at a part of it, and I plan to address it in the morning on my morning program. But let me tell you, so you try to use, or you use the term allegedly, nicely put, allegedly the mother, because obviously a question has to be asked, how would a mother treat a child like that? And I have had, not from my perspective, the most perfect life, but I could say I've had an amazing upbringing. My mother wasn't the most perfect mother, but as an individual, but I think I could not have asked for a better parent. And what dawned upon me with the little bit that I heard from the video, seeing and people are telling me, I didn't need to look at the video. I did not look. I'm going to look at it in the morning in its entirety, and I'll address it based on how I feel. The thing about children, and the one consistent thing about children is the fact, as a parent, the important part is the fact and the need to protect children. They need to feel protected.
Yes, I agree.
That child is going to be damaged for the rest of his life, because, as you said, you see the child seemed confused.
Yeah.
That there in the mind of a young child, they should not have to worry as to where they are, why are they where they are. Every child should be afforded the opportunity. Every child should be afforded that protection of a parent. Unfortunately, some people lose, some children lose their parents. There's unfortunate situations, but this is a case where, as adults, as you said, the grandmother, one other individual, the mother, who have given up that right, that one thing that you can do as a human being, not
Yeah.
not by choice. These things come naturally. They have chosen not to do it. You have the choice of choosing not to do it, and
Agree.
that is the deepest level of inhumane behavior that any human being can express. Um, Very, very unfortunate situation. What I can tell you, that child will be stained for life. I'm hoping after my morning program, normally when I put out information out there, people would call immediately after. I'm hoping to be able to know where this happened, who those individuals are. Now, from what I saw just at the start of the video, as I said, I didn't look at it in its entirety. A mother pulled up with an electric scooter.
Yeah.
So she ain't walking, she, as we say in Guyanese, and she did good. You understand?
Yeah.
What would cause you, what anger and anguish would you have experienced as a woman to want to do this to an innocent child? It's worrying, very much worrying. So um, I'm hoping to get the authorities involved and in highlighting this, really go in depth, because it seems that this day and age, common sense is not that common. And the basic, you know, one thing is constant, Shameeza, and seems to be ingrained in the genetics of all living beings, is the parents' interest and need to protect. It comes naturally.
Yes.
Uneducated women, women who didn't know nothing, the lion, the dogs, the wolves, snakes, alligators, turtles. The want and the need to protect comes naturally. Who trains turtles? Who trains alligators?
Yeah.
Right? And no matter what, a woman who is mentally ill, a woman who's retarded and gives birth naturally has that nurturing attitude that emanates from her core. It seems to have come in her design, no matter what is her demeanor. She mightn't be perfect, but she nurtures. And when you see a mother throw away her child, I don't know what is the circumstance she's going through, but that is not the way to deal with a child. And
I
then it's two parties. The child ain't got no option. The
no.
child ain't got no way out. Grandmother, the older ones, is like, ah, God, sad situation.
It's a very sad situation, and I based on what I saw, I think there was a lot of anger in both of them, the way they were speaking to the child, the way they were telling him, hey, you need to stay right there, listen to me, listen to me. I felt like the mom probably wanted the dad to take care of the kid. This was like a way of maybe punishing him and saying, hey, your responsibility. And the grandmother is saying, hey, not our responsibility, he's not here, you need to take him. But regardless, no kid should be treated like that, and they should not have to be in a position like that. So I hope this is a learning experience for many of us. And sometimes, like you said, as mothers, right? And I hope as fathers too, we have that natural instinct to protect our child. And I can't see how, as a mom or a grandmother, you can watch that kid just crying there and confused, and you don't feel something. No matter how much anger you have, that is just wrong. And I hope the authorities, the relevant authorities, are involved and justice can be served for that child. He can get the needed counseling, because this is something that I can tell you this night will remain with him for the rest of his life. And he needs help.
Very traumatic.
So I know you have your time with us is up, and I thank you for being here. I thank you for everything that you do and bringing, information to the public. I thank you, and I look forward to our next conversation very soon.
Thank you, Shameeza.
Anything
Thank you
you'd
for
like to
having
say
me.
before you leave us tonight?
Well, thanking you is a must, and your viewers. And, we are going through some trying times. Um, we need the support of our Guyanese brothers and sisters across the world, and moreover, in their understanding what's going on, being more open, being more respectful of our situations. You have so much going on in Guyana, misinformation. Glenn Lal, through his papers and his media outlets, have been uh, putting misinformation out there. I don't want to say anything because with the opposition, because we have come together so far, and the opposition is working with the government to ensure that these aggressions by the Venezuelans are addressed adequately. Everything is not perfect with us in Guyana, but as a Guyanese brother and sister, wherever you are, whoever you are, whoever you're affiliated with, ethnicity or otherwise, sexuality, you stand up and be proud of the country of your birth, the country that you're associated with, if not by birth, by ancestry, and represent us well. That's all I have to say, Shameeza.
Speaking of that, I'm happy that you spoke of peace and all that. Before you go, I do want to encourage all of our viewers. I have a day, Get Real with Shameeza, and Safari for Hope is having a day of peace here in our Queens community on Friday, which I have had the privilege of putting together, and we're asking everyone out there to come out, support this program. We have a very, very well put together program. We're going to have different religious leaders, and we're praying for the world. I know most of you are not sure what it's about, but tonight I'll tell you guys it's about what's happening in our country and countries around the world. We have Palestine, Israel, Congo. We have so much things that's happening in the world. And I think as we come together as one in our community and we ask for prayers from our different religious leaders, it is very much needed at this time. So I ask you to come out on Friday. It will be around Sibyl's area in that little spot there. And we'll bring our religious leaders and other leaders in our community together for a day of prayers. Thank you very much again. And I'll speak to you very soon. Take care.
Cool. Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye. All right, guys. So as we get our next guests ready, here is a message.
Hibiscus has been a flagship restaurant in our community for a very long time. Come dine with us and enjoy our excellent food, drinks and service at any one of our many locations. We are located on 12418 101 Avenue and 22113 Jamaica Avenue. Hibiscus at Elliott's on the Mile in Freeport is one of our newest locations, along with 12402 Rockaway Boulevard. In Guyana at 91 Middle Street, Georgetown. Bring your family and friends and come visit us soon.
Kai Chu Restaurant has been serving our community for over 25 years. We offer an enticing selection of West Indian traditional dishes along with a fully stocked bar. Bring your family and friends to our newly renovated dining room to celebrate your special occasion or event with us. We do catering and we also deliver. Kai Chu has 2 locations to choose from. Support our community and eat local.
If there's one place that makes hair removal a pleasant experience, it's the Sugar Bar NYC. Specializing in the art of body sugaring, utilizing a sugar gel for the most gentle, organic hair removal. Our method of hair removal is all natural. The paste is just sugar, lemon, and water. We also have specialized in acne, scarring and hyperpigmentation treatments. We provide sugaring services, waxing services, and laser hair removal services. We also provide body contouring services, Botox and fillers.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome my co-host for tonight, Ranjeev, and please welcome Chavez.
Hey, good night, everybody. Good night.
Hey, welcome.
Make sure you guys can actually hear or see me, right?
Yeah.
We can
hear
see you. You can hear us?
All right. Yeah, I'm hearing
All right.
everybody.
So Chavez, please introduce yourself to everyone.
All right. I want to say good night again to everybody. My name is Chavez Sital, and I'm from the country Guyana. I am an upcoming soca chutney artist in the country. I think a lot of people actually follow me on TikTok who's watching because I actually just came off from TikTok, and I told a lot of people to come and check out the live. So I know most of them are here.
All right. So they get I know that you don't do too many interviews. So this might be one of the few interviews. You're mostly on TikTok, battling and doing your thing now.
Yeah, that's right.
Tell us about your music. You have
Right.
a
So
very go ahead.
yeah, I recently started. I'd say like probably it's coming on to 2 years. I'm actually singing. Um, but I would always put it out there. I'm not one of the best, but I'm still trying and doing what I can do. I'm always trying to perfect what I can do every day. I try to learn as much as I can. Of recent, I have stepped out, and I could always say because of Ranjeev, because I was in Trinidad last year. We had an event in Cuba, and Ranjeev was like, I was performing some soca songs. Ranjeev was like, bro, soca is your comfort zone, and I see you pushing on that. So I actually take a step on it, and I'm actually pushing and coming a little bit out of the chutney genre, but I'm still doing the kind of music what I like and what I'm comfortable with, and it's actually working for me right now.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, I seen that. When I told you that in Cuba last year in Trinidad, I saw it. I saw where it was most comfortable. Again, we're all peers in this. I'm here to really observe and kind of like give you the best advice I could as a big brother. More than anything, than a subordinate, right? Than somebody who's above you, because we're not. We're all there. So I gave you my opinion, and I think you're doing well on the soca, and I know the songs you just released.
Yeah.
You're really on the edge there. I mean, I respect it, bro. Trust me, I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it. When I first heard it, I was like, yeah, Chavez, yes.
A lot of
But
people.
I'm proud of you, bro.
A lot of people are actually surprised that I actually did a song like that, but like I would say, I was very comfortable doing it, especially when it comes to the writing to that song. It came very easily because I listen to a lot of dancehall actually, and a lot of Jamaicans raw songs and stuff, so it was easy. But there's a clean version out there, just so you guys know. But and truly, I've got a lot of good response from it because it's something that's actually out there, but people just don't want to talk about it. So I just let it out.
Are we going to talk about it tonight?
Oh, definitely,
real, bro. This is get real. So you gotta.
So when your choice of lyrics, right? Because I see someone here, Ash is asking. She wants to know, but I would love to know how you come up with the lyrics of the Guyanese gal song.
Okay, so it was since in March I was actually scrolling TikTok. I'm a guy. I'm mostly active on TikTok, and I was watching a video with Dexter Abs. He was on stage and he was doing a freestyle with the same Rush. And he did some mixes with it, like British gal them real like touch. And I was like, yo, I love the concept what he's getting at. But I ignored it from since March to now until August. But in between, when I always hear the original song where it came from, I always try to fit in some of the words that I would think would have been good. And coming on to August, I just sat. I took 20 minutes actually to write that song out. I'm really fast at my writing. It's not
Yeah.
that impressive, but you know, I wrote it out and I was like, hey, I called up my producer Darrell Pugsley. I was like, hey, we got this project to work on. I did mention it to you already, and let me work on it. So he's like, no problem. So we bounced into studios. Within 3-4 days, we got this the audio out. I didn't do a video for it because I honestly, and I was telling everybody again, this song is the song that I've put the least of my efforts to because of the concept of it.
Got it. Ranjeev?
Um, I remember the first soca song you released. I remember you called me and you remember we were going over the rhythm. And I told you,
Yeah.
we were talking about how the rhythm was. I think I was in Trinidad at the time when you called me as well.
Yeah.
I don't remember where I was. I was somewhere. But yeah, that song. What was the name of that song again? That was the first one, right?
Bamboo. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Bamboo is the name of the song. So yeah, I mean, I think for you, that was your first soca song as well, right? Correct. You like your
No,
first.
I actually did a soca prior to that, but it wasn't all of that famous because nobody know who I was, so people didn't really pay attention to it.
Right,
But
right. Okay.
yeah.
But
Chavez
this one
is like,
specifically got a lot of attention because it was like you had the whole marketing done. You have the TikTok thing going. You have
Yeah.
so a lot of people paid attention to it.
Mhm.
Bro, I think you guys are representative, specifically you on the soca end as a Indo soca singer. You're
Yeah.
representing well, man, and
agree.
Really
I
appreciate
always
it.
support you guys. All my brothers from Guyana and sisters,
Yeah.
I support you guys 100%, man.
Yeah.
Chavez, this question has to come right now because in the comments I see
Mhm.
hundreds of comments. I cannot find a male that's commenting right now, and I don't know if you guys can see it. You should bring it to my attention. There is mostly female. Well, there's all female, and the question that one of the most important question that I was asked to ask you is he single? Should we wait a
Mhm.
little bit
Um.
to answer that question, or you want to answer it now?
If you answer it no, we might lose
So that's
viewers
a
or gain viewers. Don't
We
so
answer
might
it.
so let me get on to this. So my producer Darrell, we had talks and stuff long years before, and he would always say to me, Chavez, if you're married, you're single or not, always put it out there like you're trying to sell a fantasy because fantasy sells your music, right? So it's something that I won't put out there. I want them to take, they should worry if I'm single or not. Let they study about that. So
Ah,
what I'm really doing, yeah, you gotta find out if you want to know, right? So it's like a fantasy. Once you sell a fantasy, you sell music. The moment somebody
got it.
know, oh, you're married, it was like, oh, me can't get he or can't get him. They show less interest. They don't share your music. So
Boy,
I could be
wait till
single,
you,
I could be married.
well,
So
wait till
are
you get
you?
married now, and you have to answer that
We'll
question.
never
You
know
just
the
wait now.
answer to that question. We'll just move on at this point. Uh,
Yeah.
we want to hear you. We want to hear you. We want to hear. We want to hear Chavez. I want to hear what these ladies that been in my inbox and calling me about Chavez. Can you have him on? Can you have him on? I want to hear what is it that I mean, I've listened to your songs,
Mhm.
but I want to hear you live. I want to hear what this excitement is about.
Yeah. So well, since the song was released, I found that a lot of females felt very confident, inboxing me. I'm not saying names or whatever. People felt more open reaching out, knowing that the concept of this song. A lot of people say it's really amazing. They could relate. A lot of people say they listen to these songs when they're doing them stuff. I think it's a fantasy, and it's a fantasy basically. So we're selling fantasy right now.
Chris, Ranjiv, do you agree with that concept?
We in a different boat. I on a different ship sailing a different probably on a different, course. So in my views, I would always, because I am married, I will never ever hide that. I am very open about my relationship, my
Hmm.
relationship status, and I would always say that, regardless of what the case is,
Mhm.
I'm not, I'm here, and contrary to whatever you're saying, I mean, nothing against how you do
Yeah.
your marketing,
Right.
but my marketing is,
For
I'm
each
very,
their own.
yeah, I'm very much married, and my music, yes, I still have females that love my music even though I'm married. It's a public thing, and I feel like, I love to be honest, and I just rather be honest with the public. That's just me,
Yeah.
though.
Um,
Yeah, but if I'm to put it out there, really and truly, I am dating somebody. So, but when they say it's either you're single or married, right? So I can't say that I'm married,
yes.
right?
100%.
Well,
Right.
we see a comment from a male, and he says, "Question: Doesn't it all have to do with marketing?"
I think if you want your songs to go out there, I think you have to do your best, and marketing is very important to get your music out there, because the more people hear your song, the more they're gonna remember it, and the more they're gonna get to know it, and they're gonna definitely listen to it.
Especially if you have a huge female following.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean,
And listen, I mean, we all know at some point, each one of us that's out there, when you put when you're out there, you're a public figure, you have to be very careful of certain things. There are people who you have to protect, and there are things that you have to protect, and there are ways that you have to carry yourself. And all of these things are important. It is marketing. You are putting yourself out there. For you, you have
Yeah.
your voice, Ranjeev, so you have to be very careful of the choices that you make and the things you put out there. It's all part of marketing.
yeah,
Um,
I just read a comment. That's why I laughed. So I just
what
read a
is
comment in the
which
chat
one is it?
from Sitadai. No, I'm
Oh,
not.
please don't do marketing like GI. No comments on that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
Chavez, I know we're all waiting to hear you sing.
All right, so I'm gonna do the same song because since it's trending right now, but I'm gonna do the clean version, all right? Because everybody, we're trying to
Yes,
be
yes,
PC right
please. I
now.
think my mom is watching.
All right, let me go. Girl telling me that she like touch, and you know that me don't inform. I's a man who be driving truck, and you must hustle if you want such. Call me finish mopping the floor. On the ground now, girl, we can touch. I know position, and you like know something, so we just going raw. Guyanese girl, come brace on me and wind up on my big belly. I saw you pushing back on me, but you should go down on ya. Oh, all right, I can't go more because you know why? It starts getting dirty. So even if
Yeah,
I
yeah,
try
yeah.
clean, it's still gonna go there.
I see Sabrina. Let me mention
Yeah.
Sabrina. Sabrina is enjoying every moment. She was one of the first female that actually asked me to have. She's like, "Hey, do you think you can get this guy Chavez to be on your show?" And I said, "Absolutely," And then I made some calls, and here we are tonight. So thank you for taking the opportunity to be here. Now, any Bollywood, do you
Mhm.
see yourself doing like just Bollywood covers in the future?
I think yeah, most likely I think so because as I start perfecting and master my craft even better and better, and my singing gets better and understanding the words, and I'm not really too familiar with Hindi and the way how they sing the songs. I work on English because I'm strong at English, but definitely in the future because I am gonna get old, and I'm gonna definitely do some covers, but right now I'm focusing on writing my own songs. Um and this kind of stuff. So let me see where it goes from there.
And anyone that you would like to collaborate with out there?
There's a lot of artists actually, but I'm trying to focus on myself a little bit because I want to make a name for myself. So, for example, if I'm going to approach an artist, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, Chavez, I know he get a song, he get that song." That's the kind of thing I'm looking for.
Ranjiv?
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think it's important to build your repertoire, to build who you are, find your identity before you do anything like that. The collabs are great, but the collabs are focused, split focus, and you want the
Mhm.
kind of you want to be able to have the audience focus on who Chavez is, what your strengths is, what your ability is.
Yeah.
Somebody just asked if what you sing was a chutney. No, it's not a chutney.
No.
If I guess you joined late, but what we were saying is he was saying the type of artistic kind of songs he was saying. He sings soca, he sings some like a mix of dancehall. So
Yeah.
um find your identity, and like I told you, the reason why I told you what I told you in Trinidad is because I saw your strength being that.
Yeah.
My
Right.
friends who sing, who I chill with, I'm very honest with them too. Listen, this is your strength, brother. I see you doing this. I could see you doing the other stuff too, but this is where I feel like you will excel. And
Mhm.
real friends wouldn't say, "Yeah, boy, just sing it. Oh, that bad boy, real good, real good." Real friends will come and
Right.
tell you, "Listen, bro, go back to the drawing board, try again." Um,
Correct.
you know, you understand that, and that's your real friends. That's the people you need
Yeah.
to keep around you. Family, friends, everything. The truth needs to happen, and I'm very strong on that, and I've always said that to everybody around me. The
Yeah.
people around you need to be true to you, and they can't lie to you, and make you feel like yes, you're the next best thing to slice bread.
Correct.
So
Correct. Yeah. Right. Well, for me, everybody knows that I'm always around Tony Cuts and Vicari. I actually
good.
started with those guys. And true, I'm telling you honestly and stuff, guidance and stuff. Vicari, Tony Cuts, they're always there. Chavez, we got to do this. We're working on this. All right, this doing something. Let me try something else. So I always have those two guys backing me up, giving me guidance and
So,
the support and stuff.
yeah, that team
Um.
is strong, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That brotherhood that you guys have there, is definitely a strong one. And yeah, you're right now, the weight of an industry and of a country musically is partially on your backs, on the Indo Caribbean side, on the Indo
Yeah.
side of things, right? So
Yeah. And it's good to be surrounded with people like Vakadi, Tony. You have people like Ranjeev who's there, and
Yeah.
all of these guys.
you
We
back.
they've been there to support other artists and build them up. I know Bunty Singh is one of those other guys as well that's always there. And I'm
Yeah.
happy to see everyone working together and bringing music. And I'm sure there are little things in between, but to see when you have artists like Ranjeev, who's a veteran in the business, he's been around for over 20 years, to guide you guys and give you feedback, relevant feedback. It's really important, and I'm happy to see that
Yeah.
having guidance from Tony and Vicari. Some of us women should take chapters out of these guys books of what's happening in their world, and we should practice it in our women's world as well. They're not hating on each other, they're actually encouraging and building each other up. So I'm happy to see that and hear that here among you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, most
you
definitely.
know um but with that said, Chavez, I know your music, right, is
Mhm.
I've had a lot of my artists are mostly, when we have them here, we have different genres. Is there a different genre of music that you sing in addition to the soca and dance hall?
Well, obviously, most like chutney, of course. But it's not. I'm not much more on it. Probably like a two, three songs when I'm performing. I'm more heavy on the soca. When we're performing, we basically go on all genre. Afro beats. We try the Latin genre sometimes. So it's more. We're more versatile. I'm more versatile on the different genres and stuff. Tony and Vicari, they're very strong on chutney and the Indian covers and stuff.
Very nice. What
Mhm.
questions do you have tonight for Ranjeev? We're gonna switch it up a little bit tonight.
Oh,
Ranjeev,
What
okay.
question?
yeah,
I feel I don't know what to ask Randy because Ranjeev, every time he's around, we're always talking, we're always having a conversation and stuff. Ranjeev, when are you gonna be releasing your next song, bro?
That's a good
yeah, that's a great
question.
question.
So I was actually up in the air, to actually release a song after Diwali, and because I just released Nahieho,
Mm,
and I feel like I didn't know what else I wanted to release because I have music to release, And I have something that I did 2 years ago, and I'm still working on it, and I'm actually finishing in the top this week. Finishing the top this week, um,
Yeah.
and now is really the decision whether I'm going to release it on Monday or not. I do need to speak with my producer and see if we can get it. But next week, if I do decide to release, next week will be their release, man. It's a whole new ball game for me. I've never really kind of went into that realm of music, specifically
Mhm.
the Indo Caribbean style. Um,
Yeah.
so the reason why I held it because I was very nervous about releasing it of what the feedback would be. And you know
Okay.
what? I just was like, I think I'm going to release it. I think I'm going to release it. So I'm excited
Yeah.
because again,
Yeah.
it's something new for me.
Ranjeev, we're
I
willing to
Yeah,
give you feedback. Yeah, go ahead.
I
Go
know.
ahead.
I think you should. I think you should, especially with something new. With this
Mhm,
kind of generation, what's going on, bro? With everybody, people are grasping these new stuff as fast as they can. So
mhm.
I think it's gonna definitely reach to people, and people's gonna take it in. It's not like if it's like 10, 15 years ago, people only
Yeah,
expect to hear these kind of songs, that kind of songs. But
right.
now anything could be out there, and people run around with it.
They grasp
Honestly,
it.
you don't even know what is going to score at this point because
That's true.
we
That's
don't
true.
know what's scoring because you could sing something and it score and I could sing something exactly the same or very close to it and it don't score. You understand? So it's very very weird. The industry and the ears of the listeners are so different now and it's so unpredictable. We don't know. We try to put out our best content. This is what I do. I mean, I'm speaking from me and my team. Our
Yeah.
content is always at our best ability, as we could do it at the time based on funding and everything that we have. So we're always striving to raise the bar, project after project, right? So
Yeah.
but we never know, you never know what's gonna hit. We're just gonna continue to push and represent the culture strong and
Yeah.
represent it correct is what is this is what I'm going with. This is my thing that I'm going with, as of lately, as of the last couple of months. We are representing strong and we are representing correct. And I have a
Yeah.
team of Jamaicans, Trinidadians, and Guyanese that I work with. So
Yeah.
we have it's a bunch of cultures that are together in one, so
Right.
but it, man, it's a
Thank
bright
you,
future for the
Ranjeev.
culture.
Give us a little teaser.
What? No, 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 no. I can't say, no, no,
You
no, no.
can give us a
No,
little teaser. I tried, all
nah,
right? I tried, guys. Uh
not for, yeah, not for this one. But if
Chavez,
we want to do anything else, yeah, sure.
do you have any upcoming tours, music, anything you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, I'm actually hitting studios tomorrow. I actually have two songs right now in studios. That's probably 95% complete. I'm hitting studios again with a brand new track I'm gonna start recording. Um, Tours from now, I think every weekend from now until Christmas we're booked out with events. So we're gonna
Very
be
good.
extremely busy. But we're trying to push in the recordings and stuff as fast as we can, get our video production out and everything.
Very good. And
Mhm.
Ranjeev?
Um, yeah. So I have a bunch of things coming up. So if you can give me like 3.5 minutes, I can I'll tell you really quick. So tomorrow, for the first time ever, Northwell Health, Long Island Jewish in New York City, their hospital is having their first ever Diwali celebrations that are going to be held at their New Hyde Park location hospital. Um, I've been asked, alongside. Um, I brought in Anil Mr. Dunya to go with me, but our team is representing, and we're going to be singing just a few songs, um, in observance of Diwali. And the very, very unique thing about this experience is that it's going to go to, um, the bedside of the Hindu patients. Their speakers at their bedside, so they have
Yeah.
identified every Hindu patient in the hospital, and they have now, um, linked our music tomorrow to go directly just to the Hindu patients,
Wow.
that are there in the hospital. So it's a very new, unique situation. It's a first time for us as well, and it's the first time for Long Island Jewish. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Friday night we celebrate Diwali at the, Ganapati Mandir in Queens. Um, Please come out and join us. I'll put the information on my Facebook afterwards. And then right following that, next week Friday we head to Ocala for the sixth annual Deepavali pageant that they have. They have a pageant, a Miss Ocala pageant. That's next week Friday. So check me out at Marion Oaks Center, Community Center. Then I leave Ocala and I fly to Schenectady for Guyana Night. Amir Khan presents Guyana Night. Mahindra Ramkilawan, Terry G, Randy Reckless, Prince JP, Amir Khan, of course, Anuj D, and so much more. I can't remember all the names off the top of my head, including me, of course. So we go to Schenectady.
Hosted by me.
Hosted by Shameeza. Yes, hosted by you. Yeah, and then after that is November 22nd. Don't forget Amazura. It's a Unity Fete. And also
Yes.
catch me for a little vibes. I'll be at Sheriff Street with Ricky Jai doing something very special for his patrons. We've talked about it for a while, and we finally came together this week. We're gonna do it on the November 22nd. So you have that to look forward to as well. Following that, December 9th, you will find me in Orlando alongside Adrian Dutchin. It's the Hollywood. It's the Holiday Jam. The Holiday, it's a chutney show and soca show. And then back on December 10th, I head back to New York for Joey and Friends, where Joey's first concert happens right here in New York City, alongside all his friends who's been with him from day one to now. It's all happening at the Juvenile Club. It's a family event. So make sure you check, physical tickets. Go. You can tickets on Eventbrite as well. So, I mean, that's just in a quick rundown what's happening. But check my Facebook, check my Instagram, check my TikTok. Everything's going to be there. And you can find me on any one of those platforms at any time.
And Chavez, how can viewers who are not currently following you, how can they follow you? And
All right.
what social media platforms are you on?
All right. So I'm available on Facebook, which is Chavez Sital, ChavezSital. On Instagram, Chavez Sital, ChavezSital. And on TikTok, Chavez Music. It's easy to find, guys. I'm actually available on YouTube also if you want to follow my music. Look for Chavez, ChavezSital on YouTube, and you're going to see more details about me.
I have an important question for you guys. Bibi Bacchus is asking if there's anything upcoming for the Canadian fans.
Chavez?
Well, I'm not going Canada anytime soon, so I'm hoping probably next January or February. Hopefully by then I'll be confirmed with everything, so I can't answer that.
Okay.
Stay put, and we'll share more information with that. How about you, Ranjeev?
Unfortunately, I don't have any personal shows, but I am endorsing a couple of shows that are happening on November 25th. There's a show that's happening. So look out for that flyer. It's West Indian Friends That Care, featuring KI, Jack, Soka, Exodus, Level Exodus, the band, and a whole bunch of other artists. So make sure you check that out. That's happening on November 25th. Yeah.
Right.
I may show up just to hang out for the weekend. Who knows?
Chavez, anything else you'd like to share before I ask you to sing with our viewers tonight?
All right, so guys, I'm gonna be hoping that I'm gonna be dropping a new song very soon, hopefully by next week. All right, guys. I won't share the genre with you guys because that's my surprise to you until you guys know it's actually dropping. So just stay tuned. Make sure you follow me on TikTok. Make sure you follow me on Facebook and Instagram. All right. You're gonna get some more updates on my new songs. Then again, guys, I'm dropping 2 more songs for the rest of the year, and I'm gonna call it that. So you guys keep in contact.
Definitely. And Ranjeev, you want to sing something for us?
Yeah, I'll sing something that I may or may not record. Hint, hint. In the near future. Well, I just recorded. नहीं ये हो नहीं सकता कि तेरी याद ना आए बिना तेरे कहीं भी दिल मेरा अब चैन ना पाए तुझे भूलने से पहले मेरी जान चली जाए तुझे भूलने से पहले मेरी जान चली जाए. So I just recorded that, but I may or may not record. दिल मेरे नाम और इंतजार कर
You hear
दिल
the
मेरे
Chavez?
That's a good
नाम
choice.
और
Yes.
इंतजार कर. All right, watch me, Chavez. I don't want you to go tomorrow and record this.
No, no, no. I have plenty, but trust me, I hear when you sing that, right? I haven't heard that song in so much years, and it's already
Yeah.
bringing back a lot of memories. So trust me,
It's
it's
a
gonna do really
beautiful
well.
song, bro. Yeah,
Good
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
evening, Tony. Welcome. We've
Big
been
up Tony
waiting for
Cuts,
you.
man.
We've been waiting for you.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So that's pretty much
and
it. The other one is, we're gonna leave
you
that
have
for
another
last.
one? We're
Well, that's
listening.
the one I
We're
don't want to
listening.
sing. No, that's the one I don't
Tony
want
said
to
he go
sing.
in and record it, boy.
I now see Tony, and Tony said something just now here.
Yeah,
Tony
yeah,
said I'm gonna record it.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, jeez. That's a day.
All right. We'll let Chavez take us out.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna give you guys one of the song that I recorded a while with Tony Cuts. A little teaser. What I go do if you go? What I go do without you? You say you're drinking and playing games. Baby, I change my ways. Don't leave me, no, no. What I go do if you go? What I go do without you? That song actually reached past 1 million views on YouTube, so it's doing really well. You know,
Yes,
For sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
definitely.
So I enjoyed that song because I love the Bollywood version of the song. I
Mhm.
love that song because I was actually supposed to record that song with an artist from Trinidad, a brother of
Okay.
mine that we kept. And we talked about it on Shameeza's show a long time ago. Me and that artist to do a collab, and
Uh-huh.
that it was actually the song we were gonna do. We're still gonna do it maybe next year or something, but when he has time and we both have time. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
But
All
yeah, big
right.
up,
I think
man.
Chavez, they're waiting for you on TikTok, blam blam live big war. So
Oh
thank you
God.
so much. And
Yeah, I
I look
gotta address
forward to
right on
having you.
me and Blam Blam. We getting some TikTok war, but it's always professional how we do it.
Yes.
So I put out some news already, so everybody looking forward to it. All right, I want to say thank you guys, Shameeza. Thank you so much, Ranjeev. I want to say thank you guys so much for having
Bless up,
me.
my brother.
Right, I'm always available anytime, Shameeza. You can always message me, say, hey, Chavez, we need you on the next show. So I'll
Yes,
be up for it.
absolutely. All right. Ranjiv, thank you for
Nice.
being here. I'll see you on Friday at the Day of
It's my
Prayers.
pleasure.
And
Yes.
I'll stick around, guys, for a few minutes. I was asked after I give my final thing to stick around for a few minutes so that I can get feedback from our viewers. So, Chavez, good luck to you with everything, your new
Thank
music.
you so much.
Ranjiv, see you soon. Good
All
night.
right.
All right. So tonight, guys, you heard from Critic, you heard from Ranjiv, and from our young artist Chavez. And all in all, for me, it was a very interesting night. I learned a lot from all three of these men. They all have a unique style, the way they do things. And, I do want to say that I've learned from them. There are a lot of things that's happening in the world right now, and I want us to come together as one. So, Friday, it's all about our community. It's about what's happening around the world in our country, Guyana, and other places, just for all of us to come together as one and pray in unity. That's all I'm asking you to do. I'm also asking that if you cannot make it to that event, please observe in whatever way you can a day of meditation, fasting, something to really protect yourself, your mental health, and to bring yourself to peace. All right. Good evening to Ronnie Maharaj. Thank you for joining us. Lalita, thank you so much. And Nalini Naidu, guys, it is a pleasure with the holidays quickly approaching us. I encourage you to, take time for yourself, for your mental health, and for your well being. It's always important for us to protect ourselves and be our best self before we can be the best mom, dad, brother, sister, friend. All right. So, with the holidays around us, let's take a moment, just breathe, and protect our mental health and be in the best shape for the holidays. All right. Until next time, be real, be kind. And Ranjeev is back.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm back.
Ranjeev.
Here's why. I wanted to leave with a quote, something that I wrote just last week. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm back. But I wanted to leave with
Okay.
this quote.
Yes.
And I wrote this as my Diwali message to everyone. So I want to wish everyone an early Diwali. May your homes be blessed and may you be removed from darkness and the light just guide you guys into success, love, music, harmony, just everything. So my Diwali message to you before I leave, and to you, Shameeza, and your family as well, quoted by Ranjeev: true harmony exists when diverse notes come together to create a beautiful melody. In the symphony of life, let us strive to embrace diversity and seek unity. For it is in understanding, respecting, and celebrating our differences that we can truly live in harmony. Ranjeev.
Wow. Beautifully said. Thank you, Ranjeev. I know someone's asking what time on Friday. It's 5 to 8 p.m. Stop by at any time. We will have refreshments served and we will be out there to find peace and unity in our community. All right,
For
guys.
sure.
See you very soon. Good night, everyone.